All right, so Diego Castillo comes out of the pen Monday night in the ninth and immediately doesn't look right. He flies open a lot as it is, which kind of deletes like 95% of his margin for error in terms of release point and control and command and all that stuff. And he never really is finished well out front. But relievers often have these traits. But with Castillo and some others, you can see pretty early when it's a potential problem. And I'm telling you right now, it's all about the slider. When it backs up on him, when there isn't bite, when he doesn't pull through, it's probably going to be a problem, or at least potentially is a big problem. It doesn't always turn out that way. I tweeted out after the first pitch to Nathaniel Lowe on Monday, who would then, by the way, go on and homer to cut the 4-2 lead to a single run, that something was off. But Castillo continued to struggle with his control and command, and while he wouldn't give up another solidly struck ball, he did give up a seeing eye single and a walk that put the winning run on first base with no outs. Something was up. You all watched it. I won't finish the inning. They did get out of it. Eric Swanson, you know the drill. But my tweet was about swapping the roles of Andres Munoz and Diego Castillo. And there's a reason for that, not just because Munoz isn't struggling and Diego Castillo kind of is. It's because Castillo has been susceptible to that ever since the Mariners acquired him. Now, I can't really explain that right now, but he is susceptible to that. That is far from ideal if you're trying to get into the playoffs for the first time in what seems like 100 years. Right now, Andres Munoz should be getting the innings and the pieces of the lineup that either Paul Sewald or Diego Castillo are getting, and Paul Sewald can keep his role. Right now, I think that's what they should do. I think that's what's best for the Seattle Mariners, and I believe it should happen immediately. Feed Diego Castillo fewer hot situations versus a tough part of the order, or the toughest part of the order. It's not like the Rangers lineup is good, but they do have some dangerous guys where if you miss, they're going to hit the ball out of the ballpark. Semien, Seager, Lowe, they do. Tavares is a really good-looking young player who's actually having a really good year in a relatively small sample. He's dangerous. So every lineup has their dangers, and when you float that slider up there like that, especially against the lefty, it's dangerous. Now, Castillo has been pretty good since his earlier season blow-up, but we've seen 3 or 4 outings that looked similar, although not quite as poor as the one on Monday night, where he's wiggled his way out of and been fine. You can't send fine out there on the field against better teams down there. You're gonna have the Astros and the Yankees an awful lot the next couple of weeks. You can't send fine out there in the ninth inning at Yankee Stadium. Fine isn't going to work against that lineup. Fine might work against the Texas lineup. It might work against Oakland. It might work against the Angels even. They're so beat up. Hey, it's Jason Churchill. To get the full episode, as well as every other episode of the podcast, past and future, subscribe for as little as $5 per month by going to bit.ly/getthepod. That's bit.ly/getthepod, all one word. A link you can also find on my Twitter profile. Hey, thanks for checking out Baseball Things.